park ranger told us something before we went out. If you find the missing hiker, don't call out to him. That didn't make any sense, because calling out is the first thing you're trained to do. But then he added one more thing. And if he answers, make sure it's actually him. This happened in the backcountry of Sequoia National Park. Early November, cold air, thin fog. Almost no hikers left on the trails. We were part of a joint search team, rangers and volunteer SAR. The missing person was a solo backpacker. Male, mid-20s. Last seen heading off trail near a granite ridge. He had experience, good gear, but his last GPS ping placed him in an area with no marked routes. Steep terrain, dense forest. The kind of place where people don't just get lost. They disappear. We started at first light, split into 2 teams. Ours took the lower slope, working through thick trees and broken ground. For the first hour, everything was normal. Radio chatter, footsteps, wind moving through branches. Then the fog rolled in. Fast, thick enough that visibility dropped to maybe 30 feet. That's when we heard it. A voice, faint, ahead of us. Hello? We stopped immediately. That's him, one of the guys said. We moved toward the sound, carefully, slowly. Then it came again, louder. Hey, I'm over here! Clear, human. Relief hit instantly. We called it in on the radio. Possible contact, moving toward voice. Then something strange happened. Another team radioed in. Team 1, we hear him too. We froze. Because Team 1 was on the other side of the ridge, at least a mile away. How far are you from the voice? Our lead asked. Close, they replied. Within a few hundred feet. That didn't make sense. There was only one missing hiker. The voice came again, this time behind us. Guys, over here! We turned. Nothing. Just fog. Then again from the left, then the right. Each time, same voice, same tone, same exact words. Perfectly repeated. Like a recording being played from different directions. Our lead lowered his voice. Do not respond. We stayed silent. The voice kept calling, getting more urgent, more desperate. Why aren't you answering me? Please, help me! Then suddenly, it changed, mid-sentence. You're not supposed to be here. The tone dropped lower, flat. Not emotional anymore. Just wrong. We regrouped tighter, moved forward as a unit. That's when we found the first sign. A trekking pole, stuck upright in the ground, not dropped, placed. We checked it, matched the missing hiker's gear, but it looked untouched. No dirt, no wear. Like it had been taken out of packaging and set there. Then we saw footprints, but they didn't lead away. They circled the pole, over and over, like someone had been walking in a loop, dozens of times. The voice came again, now directly ahead. Hey. We stepped forward into a small clearing, and there he was, the missing hiker, standing between the trees, alive, uninjured, just watching us. Relief hit hard. One of the guys stepped forward immediately. Hey, we've been looking! Stop! Our lead said sharply. Too late. The guy kept moving. "Are you okay?" he asked the hiker. No response. The hiker didn't move, didn't blink, didn't react. Then, slowly, he raised his hand and pointed behind us. We turned. Nothing there. When we looked back, he was closer. He hadn't walked, hadn't stepped, but the distance between us was smaller. Our lead whispered, "Back up." We started stepping away, slowly. The hiker tilted his head, then spoke, but his lips didn't match the sound. "You took too long." My chest tightened, because the voice coming out of him was the same one we'd been hearing in the fog, but now it was layered, like multiple versions of the same voice speaking at once, slightly out of sync. The radio crackled. "Team 1 again. Team 2, we have visual." Our lead grabbed the mic. "On who?" A pause. Then, "The hiker." I felt my stomach drop. "Where?" our lead asked. "Right in front of us." That was impossible. He was right in front of us. We looked back at the figure. It hadn't moved, still staring, still too still. Then behind him, shapes started forming in the fog. More figures, same outline, same clothes, same face, standing at different distances, watching. All of them slightly out of sync, like copies that didn't quite match. One of our guys panicked. He turned and ran straight into the fog. "Wait!" someone shouted. Too late. He was gone. The figures didn't follow. They just watched us. Then all of them, at the exact same time, opened their mouths and spoke. "Don't leave." We got out, slow, controlled, never turning our backs. The figures stayed where they were, until the fog thinned, and then they were gone. We reported everything, filed the footage, because all of us had body cams running. Proof, clear evidence. Or so we thought. 2 days later, we were called back in, not to search, to review. They played the footage, and my blood went cold, because the video showed nothing. No figures, no hiker, no shapes in the fog. Just us, standing in a clearing, talking to empty space. Then one of the team members, the one who ran, just turns and sprints into the trees. "Where is he?" someone asked. The ranger looked at us. He never came back. Then he paused and said the one thing that made it worse. We checked older case files. He slid a folder across the table. Inside were photos, different years, different teams. Same area, same story. And in every photo, there was a single frame, blurry, distorted, but visible. A figure in the fog, watching the camera. I asked the ranger one last question. What about the missing hiker we were searching for? He didn't answer right away. Then he said, "We found his body yesterday." My stomach dropped. "Where?" The ranger looked straight at me. "Exactly where you said you saw him." Then he added quietly, "Except he'd been dead for at least a week before you got there." The call came in just before sunrise. Short, broken, almost impossible to understand. But one part came through clearly. Coordinates. and a voice repeating the same sentence over and over. Don't follow the second signal. This happened in the backcountry of Denali National Park. Remote doesn't even begin to describe it. Miles of wilderness, no service, no marked trails once you go far enough in. A solo hiker had gone missing 4 days earlier. Experienced, well-equipped, filed a route plan, then vanished. No distress signal, no confirmed sightings, until that call. Search and rescue pulled the coordinates from the recording. That's where we were sent. 2 teams. Ours took the lower approach through a dense valley. The second team moved along the ridge above us. We stayed in radio contact the entire time. About an hour in, we reached the first coordinate. Nothing there. No gear, no footprints. Just an open patch of ground surrounded by trees. Then the radio crackled. Team 2, hey, we've got something. What do you see? Our lead asked. A pause. Then, another set of coordinates. My stomach tightened. From where? Another pause. From the radio. That didn't make sense. Our radios weren't receiving GPS transmissions like that. But they read the numbers out loud anyway. Our lead checked them. They pointed deeper into the valley, closer to us. We moved faster now, trying to stay ahead of whatever confusion was happening. That's when we heard it. A voice. Faint, echoing through the trees. Don't follow. It sounded like the same voice from the call. Weak, distorted, but real. We followed it. The second coordinate led us to a narrow clearing, and this time, we found something. A GPS device lying on the ground, still powered on. We checked it. The last recorded location was exactly where we were standing. But the timestamp was wrong. It read 7 days ago, before the hiker was even reported missing. The radio crackled again. Team 2. Their voices sounded different now. Quieter, more tense. We're getting another signal, they said. Same voice. Our lead frowned. What's it saying? A pause. Then, it's giving us your coordinates. Everything in my chest tightened. Our coordinates? He repeated. Yeah, they said. Your exact position. We looked at each other. Because we hadn't transmitted our location. Not out loud, not over the radio. There was no way they should know exactly where we were. Then we heard it again. The voice. Closer now. Don't follow the second signal. It sounded like it was right behind us. We turned. Nothing. Just trees. Then something changed. The radio. A new transmission came through. Same frequency, same channel. But it wasn't Team 2. It was the voice. Clearer now. Stronger. And it said, you already did. At that exact moment, Team 2 screamed over the radio, "Run!" Static, shouting, then silence. We tried calling them back. No response, just dead air. Our lead made the call. We go up to them, now. We moved toward the ridge, fast, no hesitation. Halfway up, we found the first sign. A boot, still laced, standing upright on the ground. No body, no tracks leading away, just the boot. Then another, A backpack, clean, untouched, placed carefully against a rock. And then we reached the ridge. The clearing at the top was wide, open, completely silent. And in the center stood Team 2. All of them, 6 people, standing in a perfect line, facing away from us. Relief hit instantly. "Hey!" our lead shouted. No response. They didn't move, didn't turn around. We approached slowly. Something felt wrong. Too still, too quiet. Our lead stepped closer. "Turn around," he said. No movement. Then, very slowly, they all turned at the same time. My stomach dropped, because it wasn't them. Not really. Their faces were right. Their gear was right. Everything looked exactly the same, but their expressions were empty, flat, like something wearing them. Then they all spoke, at the exact same time. In the same voice, the one from the call. "We told you not to follow." Behind them, more figures started appearing between the trees. Dozens, standing still, watching. Our lead stepped back. "Move," he said quietly. We started backing away, slowly. The figures didn't chase us, didn't move, just watched. Until one of them raised a hand and pointed at me. Then the radio crackled one last time, but it wasn't coming from our units. It was coming from somewhere else, somewhere close. A voice, my voice, clear, calm, speaking coordinates. I felt my blood go cold, because I wasn't talking. But the numbers being read out were our exact location. And then I realized something. The original call we received that morning, the one that sent us out here, that voice wasn't the missing hiker. It was me.